Hey guys, so Gio here. I've been getting a few questions about my hydroponic system and what I'm doing. And so I'm going to kind of show you guys what I'm doing. It's not by any means a tutorial. It's, as I've only been doing this for a little while, been just kind of teaching myself this year how to do it. And so I'm probably going to show you the wrong way to do a couple things. So that could happen, but I'm going to show you what I'm up to and try to explain what I think I'm doing. And if you have any questions, just throw them in the comments. I'll try to answer them the best that I can. I'll give you a shout out in the next video. So anyways, without any further ado, this is what I'm up to. I guess we can start with the simplest system I've got going here, which are these tables here, which are my Kratky system. I've got Butter Crunch lettuce going, not any special variety, just the packets from the store, and some baby bok choy here. You can see I'm going to lift this up and show you what we've got. So basically, I've got a table here that I've built, and I've lined it with Visqueen down there. You see the plastic, and it's just a big float table. And with this method, the roots reach down into the water and they suck up the nutrients until the table's empty. You can top it off, and I did top it off. I have been topping it off. Crunch my little lettuces over here. Oh, little ones, sorry. Really a simple, easy system. Some people don't like it. They say it's too slow, but it seems to be working quick enough for me. I'm not keeping up with eating it, that's for sure. So, and you can see here I've got some spinach I just threw in here today because I pulled a bunch of salad out. So I'm replacing things as I use them. So that's my Kratky system. And then over here, I've got more of a typical deep water culture going. You guys can see I have a pump here, and I have the pump off because it's really noisy, and the little manifold. And underneath here, we've got, let's try and lift this one up, it's getting heavy. You can see the bubblers down there in the water, and those bubblers aerate the water, keep the nutrients, help keep the nutrients suspended, and keep the roots from drowning. So this is actually kind of a hybrid between a deep water culture and a Kratky system. So that's those two. And over here is my Dutch bucket system I'm going to use for my tomatoes. And each one of these buckets is going to grow one tomato up this string, which I've got here. And I'll show you one I've already got kind of cinched off. So I got these little clips, these little clippies here that grab the string, and then they gently hold the tomato plant. And it'll just grow on up here, up the string, on up. So that's that system. Inside of the buckets, I've got perlite. So this is full of perlite inside of a paint strainer to keep the perlite from mixing into the water and making a big old mess and plugging up my pump. So inside the perlite then is the tomato, and here is the little applicator that, or that's not the right word, but here's my little drip system. My drip line comes in and it squirts water in to the into the bucket near the tomato, and that goes off 3 times a day for 30 minutes watering. I've got it on a little timer, just a cheap little $10, $12 timer. And then I put this rock on it. I went and found some rocks, put on it because the little ends kept blowing out, so that's why the rock's there. I'll just manually turn it on so you guys can hear it and see it. So I just turned it on, and you can see this guy's spraying pretty good. I didn't put any sort of reducer on it. I just straight up spraying through solution. Put my little rock back, and that'll keep this. It'll help keep this perlite moist. Let the roots grow on through. So you may have noticed when I walked up here that some of these aren't in perlite. I decided I would try some of this. Oh, I forget what they call this. Hydrostone something. This clay. These little clay pellets. They're kind of spendy. They're actually a little more expensive than the perlite, but I was going to give them a shot. Here, and I'll pop this up. You can kind of see where the roots are coming through now, going down, and they're going to reach down to the bottom where there's about a 4-inch basin of water, and that little pipe drains out there. Drains down here, hits that pipe, returns all the way back to my pump, which is out here. Walk you guys over to the pump. And this is my reserve tank, which really is not deep enough. I need to make a deeper tank. This is only holds about 27 gallons of water, and I really need more like 100 gallons of water. So it's just barely enough to keep my system going. I have to keep an eye on it so it doesn't run dry. I have to be real careful because I do have quite a bit of evaporation in here when it gets warm. And then I fill out of this tank here. I just siphon it into there. This is actually empty. I need to make up some more solution. I've had some issues with these little hoses popping out and then draining my system, so that little 27 gallons is not enough. But anyways, that's what I got going on with these tomatoes here. So I'm running a neck to neck here, perlite versus the pebbles. Gosh, wish I could remember what they're called. Somebody put in the comments what those are called. Then everybody will know. I don't know if I have roots sticking out on this one yet. Nope. Don't see any roots yet. So, anyways. And these two are clones. They're the exact same age and everything. And they're really going neck and neck. I can't say one's ahead of the other there. But I did make them from clones. So there was, I could see how they would compete. Over here is where I plan on doing my cucumbers, and they'll be on strings too, just like this. So this will be cucumbers in here, and I did these a little bit different mostly because I had a bunch of these, and I didn't want to buy any more buckets because these food grade, black food grade buckets were kind of getting costly. So here I have my loofahs going. I'm going to grow some loofahs, and these guys are my what do you call them? Eggplants. That's my eggplants. So those will all be on a similar system to they're all in the same system. They're all actually getting the same nutrients, and they're on the same pump. Over here is more of a standard system I've got set up. This is soil with just a basin under. I put some 5-gallon buckets so I can keep a little water reserve in here. I will water it, and when the roots come out the bottom, I'll try to just keep some reserve in the bottom 3 or 4 inches for these. Kind of like, and I'm going to try to feed them the same thing I'm feeding the hydroponics, and see if I get better results. I kind of think I'll get better results out of this soil because you have a higher nutrient exchange than I will the hydroponics, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm shooting from the hip. I'm teaching myself how to do this stuff. So anyways, that's where I'm at. If you guys got any questions about the stuff that I'm using, these little strings up here, or anything, just ask me some questions. I'll try to answer them best I can. I'll show you the pump I'm using. So this is a cheap little pump. So I think this little guy was 30 bucks, and I don't know how long it'll last. I bought a second one because I let the reserve go dry, and I'm worried that it hurt my pump because it was shutting off intermittently. So I went and bought another pump in case that one goes south, but it started working again. It's fine. So who knows what the issue was. I'll put a link in the description for that pump that I got. And then I've got these little strings here. You guys can see. I'd have to get on a ladder to show you how they work. But what they do is you just twist them. You just twist them out, and then that lowers the string. What's going to happen is hopefully what happens is the tomato goes up the string. When it gets to the top, when it gets up close to the top or up a few feet where you can't work it, you lower the string down and you lay the tomato out on the floor a little bit, and you let it grow back up the string. So that is the plan. That's what I've seen other guys do, and that's what I'm up to, or trying to emulate. Okay guys, so anyways, I'll see you later. I gotta run some veggies in the house for dinner. Toodaloos.